Hey, all you veterans there. This is Chris Macedo, or Canine Chris, and I just want to say it is Thursday morning around 6:18. I'm near my Temple Fitness gym, which is packed. Uh, so they'll probably be leaving soon because they got to get their kiddies to school. But so I'm packed in the Eglin Bank, Eglin Federal Credit Union Bank, which I normally park, but I don't park. I parked in the area where it's got some shade or get some sun on here because I'll be in the gym for a little bit. Um, I just want to say I am doing okay. I am not 100%, but I'm about 70. My stress level is a 5. My anxiety is a 5. My depression is a 5. Basically, I'm just in an even keel, so to speak. Um, I am wearing my Boston Bruins attire because my Patriots are a dumpster forest right now. So fire. But anyways, but besides all the points, the incident I had, or the latest attack that I had, was really major. One of the major ones that I ever had since I've been out of the military, and it was at work. I did have one in '09, back in the day. I don't want to go into it, but I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. So basically, so this was almost, I almost wanted just to leave, go to, and the hospital is about what, not even a quarter of a mile, and just go into the emergency room and just Baker act myself. That's how bad it was after the incident. Um, I had a great sergeant that came and immediately knew, because he is a fellow vet as well, and he made me go into the bathroom because when he came, I screamed. I screamed. I screamed to the top of my lungs because all I wanted to do in my mind was to rip his spine out of his back. Okay. Anger issues. And I've been to multiple anger managements and it doesn't work. So maybe I need to go to another one. Who knows? So instead of ripping his spine out of his back, I basically I punched the water cooler jug, not the water cooler itself, the jug, leaving a pretty nice dent. I did was going to put a hole in the wall, but I didn't want to get in trouble on that. So I went to hit, you know, I went like this, and I said, nah. So I just tapped it. But I got into the bathroom. I didn't shut the door because I don't like enclosed spaces like that. I get really claustrophobic. So I left it cracked. I didn't scream or anything. I just started meditating, meditating. Um, I had to get my breathing back in line because I was hyperventilating, so to speak. You know what I mean? My lieutenant came and he asked, the first thing he asked, where is he? And he asked me, am I okay? Am I all right, Chris? I'm here. I'm here. When he opened up that door, the first thing I did, I cried on his shoulders. And you know what people say, men don't cry? Man, I cried because I haven't cried since my dad died in 2013. I let go all my emotions and frustrations and anger and everything else in tears in his shoulders. Automatically, he basically said, go take a 30. And I told him, I says, I can't. I already took a 30. He says, dude, go take a 30. You need it. You've done what you've done. We have your sergeant's here. He'll take care of the gate. Don't worry about it. Go in your vehicle. Go somewhere. Get something to eat. Relax for 30 minutes. Okay? So I put on these polarized glasses. They're for fishing, but I use them during the daytime at the gate because the sun is really, really bright. And my prescription glasses, for some reason, I have to use the polarized ones because it's better. So I went to my car, my beautiful Mitsubishi Eclipse. I put on 2 motivational speakers. Motiversity, Coach Payne. 2 speeches. When it hurts, Never give up. And while I was listening to those speeches, I was breathing. I was thinking happy thoughts. I was thinking the days of being a canine handler, the days of brothership with other handlers, the days of helping others, the days of saving a life, the days of those things. You know what I mean? Everything that I did, all the good things, I started thinking about. Not the bad stuff, the good stuff, you know. And my total anxiety and depression and stress, and I had the 988 number and the freaking VA crisis line right in front of me, because I have it right in my vehicle, in my glove box. I just get it, bam, I'll call. Oh no, I won't. But you know what I did? I thought about those good thoughts. So my 10 went to a 4 total by the time 30 minutes was up. So I don't think I had 30 minutes. I think it was 27 minutes. I said, I'm done. I said, round 2. I got to finish the shift. You know, I got out of my vehicle and I walked, and I was so proud of myself. I was like, all right, we're going to do this. And I kissed my, you know, my St. Christopher and my cross, and like, round 2, let's go, you know? And here comes my lieutenant, and here comes my director. And my director ensured me I was in the right, because it's on video. It's on audio. Okay? He says you were very professional. When he directed you, you counter-directed. When he directed you, you counter-directed. When he directed you, you counter-directed. And you didn't hesitate. When I called for supervision and I said it over the radio, I need a supervisor ASAP. I didn't say 1024, because that means I'm in trouble. I mean, to the point where I'm getting stabbed or getting shot at or whatever the case may be. That 1024 you never use unless you're absolutely bleeding, and call it in. That's when everybody starts running. So I called my supervisor immediately, and basically my supervisor, that's when my sergeant came and did that, my lieutenant, whatever it is. But that individual that did that to me, that I known for 17 plus years, went directly to the office to apologize. Went directly to the office. He didn't realize who he was talking to. Not because I'm a disabled vet, because I've been there for 21 years. I know the system by heart. Things change a little bit, but the basics of what we do with SOA when it deals with contractors and ARB and such like that, I know. I have the guidelines in front of me. I have a bulletin board that I asked for, and you know, in my entrance gate right here. So when I deal with people, off to the right hand side up top, I have a map. I have freaking my phonetic alphabet. I have my freaking we thank you when we do the passes, and I have up here contractor rules and regulations, black and white. Because even myself, being in the 50s club, my memory is not as great as I used to be when I was in my 20s. So anyways, so I finished the shift. I went home, and yes, I was in a depression. Yes, I felt blah. Yes, but I did go to the gym multiple times. I don't know how many, I think 2 times. I kept on sneaking out of the house. Went to the gym for maybe 30 minutes at a time, you know. Wife was sleeping, kids were sleeping. I just sneak out. Dog, thank God, didn't bark, because she usually barks when I leave, because she doesn't like me to leave. And so I went to my counseling session yesterday. I went to my counseling session. I talked to my counselor. I can't go into it, but I'll tell you right now, I went in feeling like crap. I came out feeling like a champion. I was praised because I didn't quit. I went back and finished the job. And that's what we veterans do. We don't quit. We never quit. There's no such thing as quitting. You go out there, you kick ass, you take names, you smile in profile. I don't care how much BS you have to go through, how much crap you have to take. You go back out there, you dust that damn crap off your goddamn kneecaps, and you go down there and you take care of it. That's what we do. So after my counseling, I went back to the gym, worked out a little bit. Then I started doing the mojoing. Just moving and grooving. Did a little bit of walking, did a little bit of talking, did a little bit of singing, did a little bit of dancing. You know what I mean? I felt like me. For once in my lifetime, I felt like me. Apologize to my wife for snapping at her. I did snap at her a few times. Apologize to both my sons for snapping at them. But I'm not 100%. But that moment after that counseling, and now I emailed my lieutenant, and the person that wants to apologize, I will let him apologize after my vacation. I have to go to Mississippi, to Biloxi, for a sleep study. I have some VA appointments I really need. So I want to get through that first before I can deal with that. But I will make my amends with him. We've been together for over 17 years. I know this guy. When he first started, his area was the Wild Wild West. It was wild. And he went in there and cleaned house. He take care of his gate officers. He's not a supervisor, but he take care of his gate officers. And we just lost one. A good friend of mine too. You know, he was a great football fan. He was Pittsburgh and I was New England, and we used to talk about it all the time. And when he left this earth, I was very upset because I worked with him for over 20 years. And I think basically, and we lost another one, and she was with us for over 17 years, as long as almost Dan. I'm sorry, you know what I'm trying to say, but and we lost her, and now we got two new people at the, there's a lot of things going on, and I think basically, and Dan, oh God, I said his name, I apologize. He is a very territorial person, you know what I mean? He's a very direct person, and he has to be, because he was a Chicago cop. You want to be a Chicago cop now? I'm talking about the freaking city. I'm not talking about a suburb or anything like that. I'm talking about the actual windy flipping city. You gotta have steel cojones to be a cop in Chicago. You know? So yeah. So I get back next week. I get back Saturday. I'm thinking about maybe next Tuesday. Hopefully we can have the meeting. I lifted the 2-week no contact ban. I told my lieutenant he can come through my gate. I'll salute him. I'll wave at him. I'll give him the thumbs up. You know what I mean? The one thing about being type 1 like myself, or PTSD, or traumatic stress, or a mixture of all kinds of mentally and physical disabilities, not just one, but I have a mixture, unfortunately. I mean, come on, can I just have one? No, I have to have more than one, But the thing of it is, there's nothing on my forehead that tells people I'm a disabled vet. There's no instructions on here to say I'm a disabled vet. And that's the reason why people, the way they are, and for us as disabled vets, mentally and physically, we have to get that Teflon skin, so to speak, and it's hard because, I could be still on third shift right now on the graveyard shift because it's not that bad, we don't get much traffic. We don't get much people. You know, it's a lot of dead space at night. You know what I mean? I mean, we do get incidents on third shift. Granted, I've been on third for a very long time to time. But but I went to first shift because I love the busyness. I love being active. I love talking to the owners. I love talking to everybody that comes on property. I love the people with a positive attitude to the guests that come here because they spend a lot on their vacations. And I know some of them probably max out their credit cards. Like they melt them into freaking like they melt them basically. I call it when you use your credit card a ton of times because you only can use 30%, right? Who uses freaking 30% of a freaking Master, a Visa card, or whatever the case may be? Nobody. You know, you're going to freaking max that son of a bitch out because you want to go have fun. You know what I mean? And I understand that, you know, in my mind, you know. So when they're upset, I'm like, I understand. I apologize. You know, that's what you got to make them feel good when they come in. You know, that's the reason why my gate shack looks immaculate. My freaking uniform looks great. You know, even though I hate we're getting new uniforms. Thank the Lord. We're getting new uniforms. So, because white does not cut it. Okay. Especially when you're eating buffalo chicken creations from Sunkist. Anyways, besides the point. But, you know, it's just, I can't hold grudges with anybody, you know. My mom taught me well when I was young. When I was growing up, my mom, you know, she taught me to be a gentleman. She taught me. And when I went into the military, I had 4 instructors that were like my dad. And I'm not saying that my dad wasn't there, but he was there, you know, at the end. But when I was growing up, he wasn't, you know, not much, you know. So, you know, I made mistakes as well as my dad did because, you know, because I didn't learn. So when I went into the military, I had my instructors become my dads, so to speak, you know. And when I got out of that training, I went in as a confused, scared kid because I was barely 18. I went out as a young, kick-ass mofo man. You know what I mean? So, and I went the route that I wanted to go because I got the job that made me feel great. And being a canine handler was one of the best things I ever did in my life. And I have 2 dogs that saved my life because if not, I wouldn't be here today. And I got one on my arm right now, and I want to put another one on my down the road, but I just don't have the funds right now. But I'll tell you right now, it is so satisfying to be on these sites, to be with fellow vets like yourself, to listen to your stories, and I love to comment on them. I love to give positive reinforcement to you. And you know what? Even though I feel like crap sometimes, I will still comment something positive. All right. Well, it's only 18 minutes. I don't want to bore you out. Canine Kiss out. Peace. I love you all. Gotta go to the gym. Gotta kick some ass. Take some names. All right. Gotta go. Gotta run. Bye-bye.